Hello everyone, Deni here. You are here with me virtually in my kitchen. Welcome to Saturday Snacks video edition. I don't know, it's a vlog, it's a something. I wanted to make one of the Saturday Snacks articles and I thought it might be fun to go ahead and video it real quick. So that's what this is. But before I get started on our recipe today, I do want to remind you that this video, like all of the videos on the Diz channels, is brought to you by DreamsUnlimitedTravel.com. Let the experts at Dreams Unlimited Travel help you plan your next Disney vacation. Visit them today on the web at DreamsUnlimitedTravel.com. You can request a free, no obligation quote, and all of their help, all of the amazing expert help from the agents is available to you at no additional cost. It's a win-win. So visit them at DreamsUnlimitedTravel.com today. So for our recipe, this is, of all of the Saturday Snacks recipes, I mean, it's like picking your favorite kid, but I think this is the one that I love the most. This is the one that I certainly make and remake the most. I make this like once or twice a month because it is just that easy and just that good. We are going to make Pao de Queijo. We made this for Saturday Snacks last year, and ever since, it's a go-to. It's fantastic. I used to make a beeline back to the Brazil marketplace during the EPCOT International Food and Wine, Flour and Wine, sure, Food and Wine Festival. I no longer make that beeline around to the World Showcase anymore to get the Pao de Queijo because I like it fresh out of the oven here, just that much more. So I save my snack room and snack money for other snacks now while I'm at the festival. You can find this recipe at wdwinfo.com. Saturday Snacks, just type in Saturday Snacks and Pao de Queijo or something like that. It'll come up. But it originally comes from this cookbook, the EPCOT International Food and Wine Festival Cookbook, which is written by Pam Brandon and the Disney chefs. I've got all of our ingredients on the counter over here ready to go, and I'll meet you over there in just a second. I've got my recipe, and how wonderful is it when an ingredients list only lists 6 things? I mean, that's an ingredient list I can handle. This is what the picture looks like of what they think the Pao de Queijo is going to end up looking like. It never looked like that when I was served it at EPCOT, and I was fine with it because I stood there eating my warm cheese bread and just with joy and rapture. So it doesn't even matter. Ours are going to look a little bit more like this picture because that's what they look like when they come straight out of the oven. So this recipe is made using a food processor. And what I discovered and what I hoped, and it came to be the case, was when I made the Pao de Queijo initially for Saturday Snacks, was the fact that, okay, I don't have a food processor. I really hope my blender will do the trick. And thankfully it did. And I have since said, no, I don't need a food processor. I've got my blender. That's really all I need right now. Eventually, maybe I'll get a food processor, but who knows? So the flour that we're going to use today, because we are making bread, so that you know that a flour is going to be involved. The flour that is used for Pao de Queijo is tapioca flour. It can be a little bit more elusive to find in grocery stores or big box stores. Most grocery stores have it. It's those big box stores that kind of have a hard time carrying it sometimes. This is a gluten-free snack. So I know that a lot of people out there, you've got to stick to a gluten-free lifestyle for one reason or another. This is for you and everyone else. So how exciting is that? This is, so I've got my tapioca flour. We need 1.5 cups of it. I've already got a cup going on. So I'm going to put my last, and it likes to release a cloud of flour every time I put it into my blender or open the bag. So you've been warned. All right, so now we've got 1.5 cups of tapioca flour going on. And we need to pour in a 1/3 cup of olive oil, which I've already got measured out here, like I'm a TV chef or something. Rachel Ray. All right, here we go. We've got the 1/3 cup. We've got 2/3 of a cup of milk. What we have on hand normally is fat-free. You do you. You use the milk you've got in your fridge. All right, so 2/3 of a cup of milk. We're going to put 1 teaspoon of salt in. Please don't forget the salt. I forgot the salt once. It's not good. It's not good. We're going to put an egg in. Let me crack this egg real quick. Yep, there it is. All right, so 1 egg and a cloud of flour comes out. So here's our next step. This is the magic. I mean, it's all magical, but this is the big time magic. This is queso fresco. And you need queso fresco in order to be able to make Pao de Queijo. I had never used queso fresco in my own kitchen until I made Pao de Queijo for Saturday snacks. And now I'm not sure what I would do without it. It is just this wonderful I want to say semi-soft. You can see here, I'm just going to, there it is. It crumbles if you look at it. So it's fantastic. It's salty. If you've never used it, use it. Give it a whirl. Pick up that cheese at the store and see what you can do with it. It can go over a myriad of things, tacos and everything else. Chili, I throw it into a bowl of chili. Oh, it's fantastic. So we're going to crumble it because we need 1.5 cups. Let me confirm that. Nope, just a half. Just a half. Just a half cup of the crumbled queso fresco. And it is, I'm going to move this over just a little bit. It is just crumbling so easily. And it's just the most divine cheese. It's just a lovely cheese. All right, so there's our crumble. That's how easy that was. I just did that. You can do this too. You and I both, we can do this. If I can do it, I know you can. That's for sure. All right, here we go. I'm going to put the crumbled queso fresco. I'm going to measure out 1/2 cup. And sometimes I like to put it just a titch more than 1/2 cup because it's just that good. And in it goes into the blender. I'm going to wipe off my cheesy hands. I'm going to confirm that we've got everything in. Yep, egg, 1/3 cup olive oil, 1/2 cup milk, actually 2/3 cup milk, 1.5 cups of tapioca flour, 1/2 cup of crumbled queso fresco, and 1 teaspoon of salt. We're done. And so now we're going to pulse this until it's nice and combined. Make sure to scrape down the sides as you do it. The recipe reminds us just to make sure everything is nice and incorporated. Couple more pulses. And we're done. It's as easy as that. So you want to get your muffin pan, go ahead and spray it down with some spray oil, which I have already done. And we're going to pour the batter, pour the dough. I mean, it is a dough, but it's really not. It's with, they call it a dough in the recipe. It's really not. It's very liquidy, as you're about to see here. Here we go. So that's it. Till right about 2/3 cup, 2/3 of the way full. Yeah. And you should get between 6 and 8. Let's see. So good, guys. This is just so good. All right. So there we go. We got 7 out of this batch, which that is A-okay. I made them a little bit more full, but it's all right. It's all good. We're going to get the rest of this out. It's going to go in a 400-degree oven for 18 to 22 minutes, and I'll see you when it's all done. All right, it's time. It's been about 18 minutes, and I have just taken a peek into the oven, and the Pao de Queijo looks exactly like you want it to be looking. It's big, it's puffy, it's a nice golden color, so I think we can take them out of the oven. Here we go. See, we've got a nice golden color going on here on the bottom, a little bit on the top. This is what you want. All right, I've got my rack ready to go, because what you want to do now is carefully pull these little babies out. And it's so funny, the first time I made them, I was like, oh my gosh, what have I done? They look like, you know, Frankenstein's monster. They just look so different from what you get in the park. But it turns out that if you turn them over, they look a little bit more like what you need them to look like. And this is just what they're supposed to look like, right? They are supposed to be big and puffy and toasty and good. And so I'm going to give them a minute to cool off. We're not waiting long because we want those little babies to be warm when we're eating them, but we do need to give them a minute so that we don't scorch ourselves when we chomp into them. All right, it's been a few minutes, and now it's time to break into one of our Pao de Queijo. I would normally, to give you a cross section of a snack, I would normally use a knife. Not with a Pao de Queijo. We're going to use our hands so we can break right into it and just see, yay, there's that cheese and a little bit of steam left, guys. The bread is toasty on the outside, chewy on the inside. You've got all that queso fresco hanging out in there. The olive oil gives it a lovely flavor. That salt will give it a brightness. Let me take a bite. It's all there. It's so good. Just in case you're not eating all 7 or 8 in one sitting, I mean, if you want to, go for it. You do you. But if you have any left over, you can pop them in a plastic container, and they're just as good cold. I have done that before myself. I have taken a little snack break. Actually, I've had Pao de Queijo before breakfast. So you do you again, and enjoy it. I hope you had a great time making the Pao de Queijo today with me virtually. I had a lot of fun doing it, that is for sure. I'm going to enjoy this Pao de Queijo and maybe another one as well. It's just so, so good. One more look. You've got air pockets going on. It's just a gloriously toasty bread on the outside, that bite on the inside, that just wonderful, wonderful texture. It's so good. Guys, we have so much fun every Saturday morning with Saturday snacks. Just whipping up a little Disney magic in our kitchens. Don't we all need a little Disney magic these days? I know, I do. And with just 6 ingredients, you have warm and toasty Brazilian cheese bread that you and I, would normally buy at the Food and Wine Festival at EPCOT every fall. You've got it in the comfort of your very own home. So down in the description box, that article from last year where we made the Pao de Queijo is linked. So make sure to check that out. And there's an entire year of Saturday Snacks articles to be checked out. So jump in there and you're sure to find one, hopefully, that you will really, really enjoy. So thanks for tuning in and for stopping by. Again, we are sponsored by Dreams Unlimited Travel. Be sure to check them out on the web at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com to help you connect with a little bit of the magic when you're ready to return. They would love to help you out. Take good care, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Okay? Bye.